Alright, how's it going, guys? I figured I would turn on the microphone. Because we got people both on Twitch and YouTube right now. I'm doing alright, Cerise and Fantron. Yeah, this trilogy has gone by very quickly. I've not expected to actually play these games so quickly as I have. I don't know, they seemed much longer when I was younger. Probably because they were much easier. By the way, what kind of headphones did you get, Cerise? Just any old regular headphones, or are they like a special kind? Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing good for the night. I've been having a pretty good time. I'm trying to think. I'm not sure if you guys would even know what this show is, because it's kind of like an older one, but recently I've been watching Twin Peaks with Emily. I think I mentioned a little bit on the other stream, but I don't think either of you were around, so I'll mention it again. It's an older show from the 90s. But it's really funny, and something I didn't know going into it, but they have Don Davis in it. He's kind of like more of a minor character, but he plays the general in Stargate. And, now calm down, Cerise. I know there's a lot of younger people that watch too, so I'm not sure if it's something they really know about. I remember hearing about it when I was a kid growing up, but like back then, if you kind of missed a show when it was on TV, you didn't really have a chance to watch it ever again. Now we live in the age of Netflix and, you know, whatever other crap they're trying to sell you. And you can watch shows at any time, even if they're like 30 years old now. Which I think is about right, because I think it is from 1990 on the dot. But it's a really weird show, very interesting. It kind of reminds me a bit of, almost Danganronpa. I'm talking about, like, the third game in particular. Where, like, things start off, like, kind of normal. Things get, like, odder and odder as they go along. So far, I'm still enjoying it, though. Despite how weird things are going inside the show. I'm not going to actually mention anything out loud, in case there are people who have never seen it before. But is that something you've seen before, Sirius? Now, I think they had made more of it on Netflix or something, and, like, it's on Netflix right now, which is where we're watching it. I don't know where it was originally aired. I guess, I figure some broadcast station or whatever back in the day. But now, I think they made, like, a remake or, like, a reboot or something on Netflix, a continuation, whatever you want to call it. The owls are not what they seem, yes. There's just a part with that recently, where something happened, but I'm not going to say what. There's a mini-sequel series, okay. It kind of reminds me of how they wanted to make the, and this was back in 2003 or 4? When they made the mini-series continuation of Battlestar Galactica. Well, I guess it wasn't a continuation. It's kind of like a reinterpretation, and then that spawned a whole new series from it. And now they're making another Battlestar Galactica, I think. Which is like another reboot, which I don't know how I feel about. I think they interview, what's her name? Trisha, whatever her name is. Forget her last name. But she played the blonde bombshell in that series. I think she had mixed feelings about it too, about them making like a new one. It is kind of annoying that, well, even though I kind of enjoyed, oh wait, don't tell me, oh fuck. The reboot's gonna be from Bad Robot? Is that what I'm reading here? I hope it's not from Bad Robot. There's like, JJ has his hands in too many things. I don't really enjoy them. Every sci-fi series he's rebooted, I haven't liked. Good damn it. I really hope he's not doing this. Yeah, new Battlestar Galactica. I'm trying to find details. Maybe it wasn't. They said Mr. Robot exec. I assume that referred to Bad Robot, but maybe it doesn't. I have to look at this up now because this greatly concerns me. Oh no, it's not. Okay, this is something else, I guess. I saw the words robot in it, I assumed bad robot. I'm like, oh fuck, this is gonna be another JJ reboot of something. He did Star Trek and Star Wars. I didn't really care for either one of them once he started remaking them. I was never a huge fan of Star Wars to begin with, though. So it's not like that mattered too much to me, but I really liked Star Wars. I mean, Star Trek. And then that went to shit. Really quick. And I know so many people loved the original, like, reboot of Star Trek movie they made, but I didn't really care much for it. And then the rest of the movies no one cared for either. It's like, well, yeah, I could have told you that would happen. Anyway, at least JJ didn't get his hands on Spyro, because this is an actual good reboot of the games. So, on that note, I'm gonna start up the game. Such a shame that there weren't any more movies after. Yeah, I mean, it's just like Game of Thrones, right? They only made 5 or 6 seasons of that. It's funny how they only made one Star Wars movie after they went and bought the whole franchise for however many billions of dollars it was back in the day. When was that Disney bought Star Wars now? It's actually been a good while. Is it like 2013 or 14? I forget when. Anyway, before I get the game on, I'm gonna just shout out as usual Srath Creed and Team Master Sen for joining us over on YouTube as Sorceress Stabbers. It's very much appreciated, guys. Now I'll switch things on over. Alright. 2012, okay. I was off a little bit. It was funny that so many people back then were excited for it. I already... Well, for one, like I said, I didn't have a huge love for Star Wars. I know there's so many people that... It's like their childhood. And it's true that when I was a child, I did see those movies, at least the prequel trilogy. And I saw them all. I liked them decently enough at the time. But there were people who were obsessed with it. And I guess it kind of makes sense, because there's several generations of kids who kind of had that come along at a prominent time in their childhood. Like, whatever, you got those kids in the 80s that grew up with it. Then in the late 90s, early 2000s, they brought it back. And I remember there were a lot of kids in my high school who were, whatever, they were doing all that stuff. Like, they played the Star Wars video games and whatnot, and they talked about all that shit. Like I said, I was not really a huge fan. But yeah, you got like multiple generations of people that care very much about it, so... I could kind of tell when they had it sold to Disney. I'm like, this cannot possibly end well. You would... That's another good point by Fantron. You wouldn't call the sequel trilogy new movies. Yeah, it's pretty much... I mean, that's what J.J. Abrams does, though. Pretty much everything he does is something old that's been repackaged and presented differently. But it's essentially the same components as what was originally made. I don't know. I don't know how people keep putting him in charge of things when... I mean, I guess the thing is, they still all sell decently enough. So, as a company, you still want him in charge because he's going to make you money regardless. Even if there will be people who... I'm not going to say that are... Because it sounds really snooty if I'm like, oh, they're more elite viewers, they're more, you know, they have better tastes. But, I mean, essentially, it seems like people who are a fan of something longer, they kind of realize, like, hey, this kind of doesn't seem right. It kind of seems like you're just packaging the same thing over again. I don't know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with just watching a movie for entertainment, I suppose. But as someone that enjoyed those things immensely growing up, it's kind of a shame to see nothing really new done with them. You like the reboot Star Trek movies? The first one and Star Trek Beyond, that is. Okay. Just out of curiosity, Cerise, did you watch Star Trek at all when you were younger? Or is that kind of like your first introduction to it? Because that's my theory behind it. My theory is that most people kind of experience it for the first time, like, oh, this is cool. But then I feel like people that have already seen the older ones kind of just like, oh, wait, you really didn't do anything new here at all. Which, I mean, I guess if it appeals to a new audience, that's fine. It's just kind of a shame that they can't tread new ground while also getting new fans. Watch bits and pieces? Okay. Yeah, I feel like that makes sense. I feel like if you're not, like, a huge fan of the older ones, Well, I'll be quiet for this little movie. And hello, Waffle. How you doing? I'll talk about this more as we play the game. But I want to get this started. I'm doing pretty good. Actually, they don't talk during this cutscene, do they? So I can talk as much as I want. All you'll miss is little grunts and breaths as they move around. You know what's really weird? I don't know why they bring Hunter back to live with Spyro in the other world. Like, if anything, you kind of think that maybe Spyro's getting this romantic relationship started with, what's her name, Alora? But then he ends up bringing Hunter back with them. I kind of didn't see that one coming. But I mean, I guess it's all good. Yeah, my parents watched Star Wars. I mean, I keep mixing up Star Trek when I was younger. And that's how I got into it too.
Every last one.
Excellent. Maybe you will amount to something after all. Now go guard the tunnels. Stop anyone from coming through.
As you can tell, Waffle, we've been kind of talking about sci-fi, like Star Trek and Star Wars and Battlestar Galactica for a little while. Yeah, I'm not sure if the new Battlestar Galactica is... I think it might just be a movie. Though I don't know for sure. Did it say... Oh, they're still trying to get this guy out because they're fools. Fantron says, I think the reason why the sequels didn't work is because of episode 8. Oh, you mean,
other side of the dragon worlds. We found
I guess that's a
some of the
reference to
eggs,
Star Wars.
but they were too heavy to carry back.
I think there's a lot of reasons why it didn't work.
The Forgotten Realms. Spyro, you'll have to go. Nobody else can fit down the holes.
Yeah, come on, let's go!
Find the eggs and bring them back, Spyro. You're our only chance.
You got it!
Yeah, I'm really trying to figure out what they're doing here. Oh, so we see the game picking up. Let me read about this. Blah blah blah. So it's not going to be a remake of the amazing series Ronald Moore launched because why mess with perfection? I mean, I think this is coming from whoever's making the new Battlestar Galactica, which he's saying he's not going to touch the remake, which kind of was its own thing. Like the original Battlestar Galactica back in, I forget if it was the late 70s or 80s. I think it was the 70s. Was a very different thing from the reboot they made in the 2000s, which was really, really, it's more of a dark story, more of a dark drama than sci-fi. It had sci-fi elements for sure. So it's gonna be like a third thing, I guess, altogether. Oh, it's gonna be on a fucking streaming service? Well, of course it will be. It's gonna be on NBC's streaming service. Well, I guess I'm not gonna watch that then. Because of the one who directed The Last Jedi. Cerise, are you also seeing the chat on YouTube? Because you guys are talking about like the same thing, I think. The Last Jedi shit, that's number 8, right? Yeah, I would say essentially they have their own problems. JJ can't make anything original. And the guy who made The Last Jedi can't make anything? I don't know. I don't really know much about him. But I saw The Last Jedi because I was able to find it somewhere where, you know, I didn't have to go to the movies exactly. Not going to list specifics about this, but it wasn't very good. It was very, very boring. I think I told someone that what it felt to me a lot like was basically the O.J. Simpson chase in space. Because it was kind of like two battleships just chasing each other for, you know, 90 minutes or longer than 90 minutes. This movie's like over 2 hours. And that was essentially the whole movie. And I'm like, what the hell? This is like the most boring thing ever. Oh, here we go, an egg. Isabel. I think there are a lot of people in that camp, Fantron. There were a lot of people who kind of said, you know, enough with Star Wars. Not just after the last movie, but I think after the other movie before it too. I knew that a lot of people were just sick of it at that point. Like, I will say, I saw the Force Awakens. That was the first new one, right? I saw that one in theaters. I saw The Last Jedi on,
Hi, Spyro.
we'll just say an
Look left or
alternate
right,
source.
use the right stick.
Because I didn't care enough to actually pay money for it.
Tap the center camera button.
And then
You can
finally,
also look all around by pressing the action button.
with the newest movie, I didn't bother seeing it all because I had absolutely no desire to see it whatsoever. And I think there's a lot of people who have that similar kind of arc with the new trilogy, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll just call it an alternate source.
Rescuing the eggs, huh? How sad. Look here, dragon. If
I know you guys
what's
probably
good
don't care.
for you, you'll turn around and crawl back into that hole you came through. Those eggs belong to us now, and I've hidden them in places you'll never find in 1,000 years. Besides, even if you could find any eggs, our expertly trained armies would hunt you down and take them back. Do
Yeah,
I
such
make
experts.
myself clear? If I find you here
Crystal.
again, I am going to be very angry, and you won't like me when I'm angry.
Oh, such a threat. I'm trying to remember where that, I don't know why I'm drawing up a blank. Where does that come from, that quote? You won't like me when I'm angry. Is that the Hulk? I think it is. Well, not that she exactly fits the bill for that, does she? Oh, here we go. So I kind of mentioned this last time around. So Moneybags, as you can see, makes his return. And he's
My, how funny to see you here. Why,
Just
I
as
haven't
much
seen you since we defeated Ripto in Avalar.
of a dick as he was before. Yeah,
Well,
we defeated
my
Ripto.
business went into a slump
That's a very
after
charitable
so I came
phrasing
here
of
and
that.
Struck up a nice deal with the local sorceress. Lovely woman she is. Seems to be very fond of dragons too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she is.
The sorceress has asked me to guard Sheila the kangaroo. I suppose if you had a bit more money, I'd be willing to let her escape. Then you could keep her for a pet or something.
Oh, okay. But we don't have enough gems. It is kind of stereotypical that they call her Sheila or whatever. Yeah, we just did that a few days ago. Well, we finished that on... I guess that was Friday, so yeah, it was a few days ago now.
Yo, Spyro.
Oh yeah, this is where we do that.
One of those portal thing in the jigs that leads to
So,
a different world.
I was kind of figuring out how we get this gem in the last game, and then we never had this because it's actually in this game.
Then press jump again while you're in the air to glide.
Essentially, it's another
Follow
jumping
me.
tutorial. Because we've totally forgotten what we're doing since the last game. We'll be fair to them, though. This game was probably released a couple of years after, you know, whenever the last Spyro game was released, so... They did want to make sure kids knew what they were doing. Fair enough. Actually, funny enough, I think the Spyro games were actually released pretty closely together, so maybe they were like every year or so. They're not the longest games, so it kind of makes sense they could probably crank them out pretty quickly. Alright, let's go, dude. Yeah, I was just getting other stuff. Don't have to lecture me.
I saw something shiny in that cave over there. Let's go check it out. You can get there by hovering. To hover, just press the action button at the end of your glide.
Will do.
Oh, I almost forgot. I found this egg.
Oh, conveniently. So, yet again, for some reason, Hunter's gonna have a bunch of eggs and stuff. But he's not gonna give them to us unless we do certain things, because that's how helpful he is. Anything else to say, dude?
Definitely something shiny at the bottom of this hole. I was about to jump down there, but now I think I hear running water. I hate to get wet. It's a cat thing.
Yeah, I'd assume so. Ooh, so we got one of these power-ups already.
This is a super fly power-up, Spyro. Whenever you walk through any
Yeah, really
power-up
super
that
fly.
looks like this one, it will allow you to fly for a while.
Oh, you're referring to what the power is. Okay. Unless she's trying to say it was really cool or something. Actually, we could fly around, but I'm trying to collect these gems too. So I think I'll just do that first. I'm trying to think if we start off being able to swim or not. So yeah, we can start swimming. I think you retain most of your power-ups in these games, which is kind of cool about them. I think I mentioned that maybe back in the first game too. There are a lot of games where they take away all your powers and you have to get them all back. I think they kind of made fun of that in like some games like Banjo-Kazooie to Banjo-Tooie. But in this game, they actually just let you keep them all, I think. Which is even nicer. Alright, let's go where we need to. It's funny that he says there's a egg or whatever down in the hole when clearly the egg's only on the other side, but, you know, whatever. I guess Hunter is partly psychic. I thought the music was about to change there for a second with the way that dragons hatch from that egg. Oh, look at this again. So, I do have to be aware that sometimes the game will lose focus like that. That'll be fun. Like right now, I don't think it's... Let me see. I don't know why it does that, but that is going to be a thing. So we could go into a level now. We could continue looking around out here. I'll probably try to get the gems out here first. Then we'll dive into whatever level we need to. So yeah, back to the thing about Battlestar Galactica being rebooted. I'm still not sure how I feel about that. It's kind of cool that they're saying they're not going to just do the same thing over. But I do kind of wonder why they can't just make a different space adventure movie. Let's see, does it actually work? Or do we not have the power up? No, it works alright. And we got little Liam. Chubby little baby dino who's crying, that's sad. Very sad indeed. I kind of wonder if maybe they will try to stick more with the older one. I wonder if they'll bring back characters like Boxy. I'm not sure if I'd feel really good about that. Those kids were kind of annoying in the original series.
Do you like the active camera mode? If
Look at all the
not,
sheep that are
I can
stuck.
set it back to the passive mode.
Sure.
Game camera is now in passive mode. If you want me to change it again, just ask.
I don't know what the difference is, to be honest. I think it doesn't rotate as much with you.
I see an egg at the bottom of this lake. I would go get it, but I don't want to get my fur all wet.
Yeah, but your use is what you're
You
trying to
can
say.
You can dive underwater by pressing the charge button when you're on the surface, and charge underwater by holding down charge as well.
Yeah, it's pretty cool they try to summarize what the moves were from the last game. Let's get all these first. I guess we probably should get the egg first realistically, because probably wouldn't want to leave the dragon egg underwater. It's probably not healthy for it. Considering water did kill Spyro in the last game, or back in the first game anyway, probably not the best place for a little baby to be. That's weird. Oh, there we go. We had to be very specific about where you bumped into it, little Bruce. I think the dinosaurs here, the baby dinosaurs, are probably my favorite thing that Spyro collects in these games. The old dinosaurs are pretty funny too, because they usually have some little line that they say, which is amusing. I guess this is a world we can only go to after a certain point, after 14 eggs. And in Spyro 2, they kind of just do like a lame thing where you just collect orbs, and it doesn't really do anything interesting at all. It's just like, oh, you got an orb. There's no little animation or, you know, little audio they play, so it's just kind of boring in the second game. Hey there, Kirby fan. 10 out of 10, baby dragons, yes. The baby dragons are amazing. Can't really burn the trees, I guess. So let me take a look here, actually. We have a whole new world where we're gonna be, not a whole new world, what am I telling you, this is like Aladdin? No, we have a whole new chart where we see the skill points we can get in each world. So So Sunny Villa, flame all the trees, and skateboard course record. Yeah, this is gonna be the game with the skateboarding, all right. I wonder which level Sunny Villa is. Skateboard, yeah, we're all excited for that. I knew this was coming. Oh yeah, it's a special board for Sparks. Okay. I was actually wondering if we were gonna have some of them in the second game, but it's just this one, I suppose. I can't remember how many there were. There's at least 2, maybe 3. Alright, that's someone we're going to in the future. Unless we can find the first level. Maybe Hunter says something new too.
Remember, press the charge button to dive underwater.
Yeah, I know. I thought he'd give me like a congratulations for finding the damn thing. Well, not that it really needs approval anyway.
I'm late for a
Whoa.
dinner party at the Tiki Lodge, and the portal to my home just stopped working. Maybe the portal will reactivate after a few more dragons hatch.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe, Rocky. Suddenly very happy. I guess we need 10 more. From this place, anyway. We can try to get the rest of these while we're here. Definitely gonna try to find that skateboard level. Get out of the way, Hunter. Is it below me? I think it's down underwater. We missed it. Well, there's one. A single gem. This way? I can assume it's back here. Was in the cave. Yeah, we might miss something inside the cave. Let me double check. Oh wait, there's something back here too. Oh, no? Well, hold on a second. Apparently I'm forgetting where we're going. Oh, right in front of me. Ah. Something behind this. Oh, there is. What a tricky spot for this. Now that must be the one in the cave I was pointing to. Looks like it. Let's say more that way. Oh, right here. There we go. Alright, so was there a level all the way back here? This might be the first one we have to go to, and the first one that has the challenge in it. Yeah, here we go. So we're gonna have skateboarding in here. Let's get this started. I wanna do a skateboarding level. Should be fun. Right? I believe that's what they call it. So yeah, this is gonna continue what we kinda had in Spyro 2, where you got kind of these mini missions you're doing along the way in each level.
Oh my, can you help us? Hordes of ferocious rhinocs have overrun our town and kidnapped the mayor.
Yeah, you kind of have these weird, I guess they're lions or something. And they're kind of dressed like they're, I don't know, some kind of like Roman centurions or something like that. Or maybe they're, I don't know. They could be Greeks. This kind of looks like a Greek toga. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll find out. Oh, hey, Crystal Callie. How are things going with you, Callie? Hope you're having a good night. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I'm streaming Spyro. And I'm actually streaming this to YouTube too, but I'm using both chats so I can respond to either one.
Show those two bullies. If they hadn't outnumbered me 2-1, I'd have finished them off ages ago.
Yeah, sure you would have. Doesn't look like you're having any trouble at all. You're doing okay? I'm glad you're okay, but I hope things get spectacular for you later on. Oh yes, burning all the trees here. Yeah, Spyro is an anarchist. Must destroy everything. So again, I got to try to not get hurt here because I don't want to kill the frogs, like I'm saying. Whoa. Yeah, the Spyro levels are filled with weird kind of designs for a lot of the creatures.
This Rhinoc is too big to charge. You'll have to blame
I can
me
see
using the
that.
attack button.
You rarely even realize when someone is streaming on YouTube. Yeah, it kind of depends on how often you use the site. There's some people that seem to get the notifications more easily than the others. Because some people show up like right away. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of expecting you to not remember anything from the last games. Which I guess is a fair enough thing to do. It is kind of annoying that you kind of get this Navi treatment for so much of the game though. I'm sure it'll clear up after this next level or two. Get over here. Oh, Vanessa. There we go. Get too many notifications on YouTube. It's funny enough, there's a lot of people say they don't get enough notifications from YouTube. They don't send them all out for some reason. The thing is, I never know if that's the case or not for me, because I don't really check up on it that often. I think there have been some cases where, you know, I've seen that someone's uploaded something kind of like a day or two after the fact. But again, that could just be me not seeing the initial notification when it's sent out. I don't know. Then again, I guess they probably have some issue notifications, because they did eventually bring on that bell notification thingy, which is a little bit different. So I guess there must be something they do differently. Since the fact that they designed something else kind of means they're acknowledging it. You don't get notifications you want, but you get a lot of them. Isn't that the truth? Yeah, that happens to me sometimes, where it seems like whatever I want to know about, I don't find out about. Then on the other hand, I'm getting a bunch of stuff recommended that I don't really care about whatsoever. It's like, well, thanks YouTube, I'm glad to see that there's this, you know, comedian doing a late night TV show. Not that I ever asked for that. That's why eventually I found a plugin on YouTube which just automatically takes you to the subscription page rather than the homepage, because there's nothing on the homepage I ever want to see. It's always just like useless crap. Yeah, it saves the game, we know.
It means your progress has been saved. If you get into trouble, you'll return to the last place you got zapped.
Oh, by the way, Callie, we were kind of talking about this a bit earlier in the streams. Were you ever into any sci-fi TV shows? I know it's a random question, but we were discussing this very heavily a few minutes ago. You know, another TV show, Cerise, I'm not sure if you would have seen it, but maybe if your parents were fans of that kind of stuff back in the day, is Quantum Leap. It was oh my god, what is this? A giant chicken. It's ridiculous. What is going on? Oh, well, that's nice. I wonder if it's only when, no, I don't think it's only when, I don't know why it is that sometimes the mouse loses focus and kind of goes to the desktop every now and then. Oh yeah, I probably asked you before, because I tend to ask the same questions with people, since I always forget. It's a very interesting TV show. I think a lot of people would like it.
Whoa, I'm dizzy.
The Villa Bully. It's one of those things which I kind of wish, you know, since they do stuff like that for like Twin Peaks now that we're talking about it, I kind of wish they would go back and actually make a conclusion to that TV show, because they never ended it properly. It's one of those things where they ended off and they weren't sure if they were going to continue it or not. And then, you know, whenever it was finally around to airing, they found out that they weren't going to get another season afterwards, so they just kind of wrapped it up with basically text at the end to wrap up the story. But I always wish they would come back to that now. And now they do stuff like that on Netflix all the time. I doubt it'll ever happen, but, you know, I'll have my fingers crossed that maybe one day. They still have most of the people that were in it alive at this point. I know that Dean Stockwell's pretty old at this point. He must be in like, he's like late 80s by now. Let me look it up. Oh, not late 80s, he's 83. But yeah, I mean, I wish they would do it before, you know, while the people are still around for it. Oh, your mom saw it? It was alright first time? I liked it a lot. It was, you know, the thing is, Cerise, it probably is, a better show for Americans, because it's very American-centric. It has a lot to do with kind of the American culture between the, like, mid to late 50s to, like, the, 70s. So I could definitely see it being like a more, something more popular around here.
Thank you for rescuing our town. As mayor, I awarded you with one of our famous giant chicken eggs.
I think we're getting close to the skateboarding part. You were born a nerd? Glad to hear that, Callie. Oh, really? I didn't know that you're named after Marina Sirtis. That's cool. Mayor Leo. Yeah, you gotta love the names they have for these characters. You haven't watched good sci-fi in a while? I really feel that, too. I'm just waiting for something to come along that kind of, like, recaptures that sense of imagination that I had when I was younger. Stargate's another good TV show, which I always enjoyed.
That was the ugliest chicken I've ever seen.
Your mom will deny it because she's embarrassed? That's funny. I got a photograph, with, Marina Sirtis, I think. Yeah. We went to one of those nerdy Star Trek conventions, some years ago. And so we were with, we got like a photo with some of the cast of The Next Generation. Yeah, she was there, I think. This is the skateboarding. Stargate is another show I talk about all the time because I enjoyed it so much. It's just such a fun show. It's like an anime sci-fi series almost. Because there's always like these new, stronger villains showing up, a lot like in Dragon Ball or something like that. Alright, here we go. Let's start this challenge. Your dad loves Stargate? It's such a good show. I've seen them all too. I didn't like Universe as much because it was... It kind of seemed like they were just copying what Battlestar Galactica was when they remade it. And like, oh, let's just do another Battlestar Galactica show. And it's like, well, it really can't be. It's Stargate. It's kind of the exact opposite of Battlestar Galactica. Especially when you consider the tone of each show. SG-1 was such a, like, this light-hearted, fun sci-fi adventure show. And then when they make Universe, it's this gritty, dark drama, just like Battlestar Galactica was. It's like, well, okay, I mean, parts of it were kind of cool, but it just was completely different, and it didn't fill the same hole that Stargate left. She had a Star Trek uniform she wore to the grocery store? Oh my god. Does she have pictures of this? That is hilarious. Those are pictures you have to like get a hold of and then blackmail her later. Yeah, I will say I never did anything like that. I was never into cosplaying. You do? That is awesome. So I think you have to do this all without getting hit. And without wiping out, I believe. Yeah, I kind of have to focus on the skateboarding. You know, we don't want to wipe out and... whoa, hold on. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't want to wipe out like, J.J. Abrams and whatever Rian Johnson and Kathleen Kennedy did with Star Wars, right? I almost said Star Trek because I was getting confused again. And who is the, who's the Disney guy? Is that Bob Iger or whatever? Yeah. I'm just glad that, oh god, well. Oh wait, I guess they don't hold that against you. There must be a second level of this that they do. I'm just glad that we realized that it isn't really J.J. Abrams remaking Battlestar Galactica. That would have freaked me out. I would have been so pissed. I was nervous because I guess the guy made a show called, like, Robot something, and I thought that was a reference to Bad Robot. Like, oh god, this is gonna be awful. Yeah, Bad Robot is in fact not Mr. Robot. I was just nervous. I was like, oh god, I see a reference to the Robot. Getting flashbacks to the Bad Robot. I've just... Ever since the ending of Lost... Even though the fact is... I think J.J. Abrams had very little to do with Lost. He basically just made the premiere and like the initial concept. And then... Well, as is typical with J.J. Abrams, I guess he never had like an outline for it. For like the rest of the show. So... The people that were left in charge of it had no idea what to do. Which, I mean, I guess is kind of his fault, but it's not fully his fault. We'll say it's a 50-50 thing. Alright, let's get this dude. I'm glad that we didn't have to start this over, because I almost thought we were going to have to. I think there are 2 levels to this, and it's the second one, which is the real pain. Never watched Lost? Well, there's no reason to get started now. I know, that was one of those most... I think between that and Game of Thrones... Oh, it's over here. I probably have to go off the other ramp. Between that and Game of Thrones, I've never seen a bigger reaction to like something sucking so much. It's kind of hilarious. Wait, which well, let me see where we're going. Oh, it's down there. Okay. I wasn't sure where we were going. No, I never thought everyone was already dead. What is funny is that some people try to dismiss the criticism at the end. They're like, oh, people didn't understand the ending because they weren't really dead all along. It's like, yeah, I know they weren't really dead all along, but you had this stupid other explanation for it that didn't make any sense either. I forget exactly what it was. It's like, oh,
While you were boarding, I found
they all
this and
died
was like,
later and then were dead in the same place together. It's like, what? Okay. Then why did we see all this stupid stuff that took place? You watched the first 2 episodes of Lost and wasn't into it. Well, I'll tell you what, Callie. It was like 5 different shows over the course of the years that it was on. It was a drama show. It was a sci-fi show later on. Then it was like this fantasy spiritual show. And most important of all, it was a shit show. So yeah, I think those are the different stages of Lost, essentially. I think he gives us another one. Let's talk to this bastard.
You can catch all the lizards before time expires without wiping out. I might be able to scrounge up another egg. It's not gonna be easy though.
Well, of course it won't. Oh, your parents watched 24? I think that was a pretty good show. I didn't really watch too much of it. Tell us how I really feel. I think I summed it up decently enough. Lost was the most disappointing show until Game of Thrones came out. And then that took over. And it's really funny because there's an interview with George R.R. Martin, I think done shortly after the ending of Lost, where he's saying he really hopes that his, book series, which, to be fair, is different from, whoa. To be fair, yes, it is a different thing from the TV show, of course. But he's like, I hope this doesn't go, like, it's definitely not gonna end the same way Lost did. And it's like, well, that's really awkward considering the TV show pretty much did. And, for all we know, the book, alright.
Too bad. Maybe you'll do better this time.
For all we know, I don't think the book's really gonna end that much better. I know there's a lot of people that are huge fans of the books. They're like, oh no, George is gonna finish them and it's gonna be so much better because they have, X, Y, and Z going on in the books and it's completely different from everything they're doing, everything that they did inside the TV show. Maybe. I don't know. I don't have much confidence in that though. First of all, is George really gonna release the book? Now, I think he pretty much said some point last year, like, oh, it'll definitely be out this year. Maybe that will be the case, but so far I haven't heard anything about it being released, so, whoa. Well, that was sloppy.
Too bad. Maybe you'll do better this time.
I mean, that's a guarantee, unless he illustrates it.
Go get him, Spyro.
And it's also really weird that they had these, questionable relationships inside of, Game of Thrones, and then it seems like it's becoming so much popular in other things, like, the way that they had the whole... Because I read about it after the fact. I do know what happens in the Star Wars movie. But they have this weird relationship between the characters in Star Wars, whatever their names are. Rey and Kylo? Rilo? I don't know what their names are. They're like weird names. Which is kind of typical of Star Wars, I guess. But, oh god, we're gonna wipe out here, aren't we? Yep. But yeah, like, they're almost semi-related too. Ren and Kylo Ren. Or Rey, yeah. Their names are like kind of confusing, because one's Rey and one's Kylo Ren. I kind of want to merge them together. It's like, yeah, that's some weird stuff, man. Because the lore behind Star Wars, at least from what I understand it, was Palpatine was essentially responsible for the creation of Anakin Skywalker. You know, whether you want to call it, you know, his magic space sperm or, you know, his will of the Force, whatever, he kind of caused him to come into being. And so, yeah, then it's his granddaughter, too. I don't know. Like, why is there incest in so many things these days? I don't get it. There's something else I was trying to think of, too. Another series that did it, but I can't remember off the top of my head right now. There we go. Oh, God, this is so difficult. Oh, boy. Alright, let's go up here first. Yeah, it's like they're not exactly related, but you can kind of make an argument that, in a way, they are. Oh, whoa, whoa, what the fuck? Oh my God, what was that leap that we took? Alright, we still have a minute and over a minute and a half to find them. There's one up there. Okay. Not sure how we get to him, though. Oh, there's a ramp up there, I believe. Alright. There's another guy over here. That's good enough, I guess. Oh boy, shouldn't have left off at an angle like that. I think it's one of these over here at the leap off of. Oh, here we go. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Whoa. There we go, nice.
Whoa,
Welcome back,
sweet.
Waffle.
And look, there was another egg in
Yeah,
the
it's not too bad.
reservoir.
I was even able to do it while I was talking, which is impressive, for the most part. Should stay in the trash hentai anime? Pretty much. They'd be second cousins, yeah. I mean, I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, at least it's better than aunt and nephew, huh? Sheesh. So we could do this again, and I think... I don't know what the skateboard record is. I should probably talk to Hunter first. Well, yeah, or twins too, yeah. I kind of forgot about that. You know, that's another thing I blocked from my mind, I guess.
Now that you've mastered the basics, let's see you do some stunts.
Yeah, here we
Try
go.
using the jump or action button to jump off ramps. Then turn
Yeah,
in the
that's
air.
something I never really wanted to think about. Palpatine and him making a child at some point. I don't know how this works exactly. I guess there's some kind of a score. Of course, I don't know the controls for the PC whatsoever. I wonder if it tells you in this game. Or if I have to look it up somewhere else, probably. Well, I'm not using that. Well, that's not useful at all. Oh, here, keyboard controls. I wonder if it's Q and E. Well, I'll have to relearn what the controls are first. No, that didn't work either. Now, there's some way to do more complex moves, like you could kind of do flips. You need to do a lot more than this, though. Let me see, you can probably look this up. Alright. Skateboard tricks. Hopefully this tells me the PC controls. Oh, it's gonna be F. Or left control. Thank you, Iman Reed for the follow. And I apologize if I pronounced your name wrong. Yeah, there we go. Well, obviously we're gonna have to start over, because We're out of time. Oh, it's not that high at all. Okay, we should be able to get that. Yes, he would have had to fuck Palpatine on the day he got scroted. What? Scroted? To have fucked him while he was... Oh, I see what you mean. I had no idea what that was referring to at first. I was very, very confused. There we go. I mean, I just wanted to figure out how to use the trick. Yeah, I have to actually land the trick, but now I know how to do it, which helps. Oh, never mind. I don't know if you can start the counter over in this. I think if you go to the first one, you can. No, it doesn't restart it. Alright, maybe this is gonna be more tougher than I thought. Yeah, we're doing the more tougher stuff yet again. This is gonna take a while, isn't it? Yeah, maybe I'm not so sure. Well, I should say I know the button to do the trick. Whether I can actually do it correctly. How? Wait, he looked like he was perfectly... I'm gonna watch the replay on that. He looked like he would have landed that fine, didn't he? May have to be angled slightly. Okay, well. Apparently they're very, very anal about how they want this. Alright, that counts. We didn't get any points because we didn't flip around enough, but that landed at least. I mean, I may as well just wait for the timer to expire this time. Yeah, they want to be very, very precise with the angle, and it's kind of weird because you can't control it that precisely. Oh, that counted. Okay. I didn't think that one would. Oh, that's not going to count. Damn you, Spyro. Stop bouncing into things. Whoa, what? That was glitchy. Yeah, you have to flip around at least like twice, I think. Well, I'm just waiting for the counter to restart. There might be a retry button. Nah, there isn't. I kind of think that... Oh, wait. Give up? Never! Does this restart it? Yeah, it does. Okay. There is a restart button then. It's just called give up though, which is kind of weird. It's like technically I don't want to give up. I just want to get another... What? How did that count? Okay. It's usually very, very picky, and that one, it counted for no reason. Alright, I'm just gonna stay in this area here and try to, get something. There we go. Whoa, that... didn't... A twisted lemon. Interesting. Insert the lemon emote, which technically we don't have on Twitch, so I guess we wouldn't use it. Well, let's stick with that. I don't think we're gonna get enough points, but... Whoa, Spyro, don't run to the pipe itself. Alright, let me try going somewhere else maybe. Doing some different tricks, if I can. You know, I think I had it, but then I tried to turn back a little bit, and I probably shouldn't have. Nope. You know, I almost feel like this would be a bit easier on the, controls, yeah, the control stick on the controller. I was trying to jump forward, actually. Oh. I can't manage that now. Oh, there we go. Well, let it restart, I guess. So, there's no real reason you have to do this. But if you get the highest score, you do get a skill point at least. I wonder if you talk to Hunter if he restarts you. Well, we didn't get a chance to. Maybe I'll just stick in here and try to do those spins for a little bit. There we go. Whoa. Technically, I think we kind of have the score already. Pretty much, right? What was it? So that's kind of all you need to do. Well, I'll do a few more just to make sure I have it. I forgot the exact number. Oh, well that's not gonna be it. We'll do some stuff over here, why don't we? Oh, that's not gonna work. I was gonna say, let's see how high we can go with the score. But, yeah, we might not get that high after all. Ah. Well, anyway, none of this really matters at this point. We got what we needed. Ugh, I can't believe... I initially said this was going to be fun. Well, at least the first score isn't that challenging, so we kind of got it by default. Whoa. I'm trying to think if there's any other tricks you can do. I really can't figure them out, though. So far, all I can really figure out is you can spin around. You can't really go grinding or anything like that, like it's Tony Hawk. And yeah, I think Spyro would have a concussion by now, if this is realistic. There we go. That's a new course record. Skill point achieved. Oh, I did not want to get on this again. Where are we? There might be some more gems here, so I should probably try to wipe out and... no? Alright, now that I'm trying to wipe out, he won't. So that's kind of funny. It's pretty typical. There we are. Alright, Sparks. There is something else here. I'm trying to think if there's any other franchises that I have to bitch about, since I've kind of done that a bit this episode. Oh, I think Sparks just wants us to leave. So I want to see what happens if you try to take the skateboard out. Oh, no. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that you're a fan of this, Cerise. I could be wrong though, so feel free to mock me if I am. But something I've always thought about, or at least I have in the last few years, is if they'd ever actually go and try to remake the Harry Potter series on, you know, films anyway. Because they made all the movies, and, I mean, they did well enough for the most part. I mean, they're definitely successful movies, but they didn't really cover everything that was inside of them. So I always kind of wonder if they would end up making those movies again now that they were all out, and they could kind of, like, focus on kind of better foreshadowing the story from the beginning, which I don't think they really did with the movies.
I'd have finished them off ages ago.
Yeah, I'd have mixed feelings about it too, because, like, the thing is with the original movies, they came out so close along with the books that they're, like, almost one and the same. But when you think about it, there is a lot of stuff that's actually that's actually missing from the movies, that they never really covered inside of them. Yeah, they never cover everything well enough. For the most part, I think. I think that the Lord of the Rings series actually really did cover the series pretty generously. Like, yes, there are a few things missing from the movies, but for the most part, it's all there, and it all handles it really well. Like, the things that are cut from the Lord of the Rings movies are things that which pretty much aren't all that important. You could say, like, the Tom Bombadil stuff, most notably from the first movie, wasn't really in it. And I honestly, well, okay, I kind of lied. The whole part with the scouring of the Shire really should have been in the movies, and it's neither in the theatrical cut or in the extended edition. And that is a real shame, because I remember watching interviews with Christopher Lee, and he was always really disappointed by the fact that they never really put him inside the third movie. I think in the extended edition, he does make a cameo, but if you read the books, there's a whole chapter at the end of, you know, the series after they defeat Sauron and after the hobbits go back to the Shire, where they find out that Saruman, you know, packed up his bags from his tower and he actually went and took over the Shire, and he kind of like brought hell to it. He kind of like burnt it. He enslaved a lot of the hobbits, and all that stuff was missing in the third movie. I guess because the movie's already kind of long enough, and I guess they kind of felt like it ruined the ending for some of the characters. I don't know. honestly, I think that part would have been awesome to have inside of the final movie. But I can kind of see why, like, the whole matter of time was already a really long movie. They didn't want to have it in. It's kind of like a second climax because you've already wrapped up everything with Sauron and all that storyline. But it is disappointing because Christopher Lee loved that character. He was a huge Tolkien enthusiast, and I think he met Tolkien at one point. So I always kind of felt bad for anything more than felt bad for Christopher Lee more than anything, just for that fact. I think the biggest thing which is kind of lacking in the Harry Potter movies is the whole character of Ginny, or Ginny, or whatever her name is. Because, I mean, I hate to personally insult, you know, a person or actor or whatever, but I feel like her actor was really bland and didn't really have enough of a personality. Or maybe her character's just written that way in the movies. I don't know what it is, but either way, she was, kind of like very boring, and in the actual book, she's supposed to have more of a role. Alright, let's see what this chicken's all about, man. It's really weird.
Look, a chicken turned up. I hope
Oh, Horace.
it's not the only one left.
Okay. You know what's a shame too? And there's also things that you'll never be able to get back now if you make the movies again. Because like the actors you had in them were so good at the time. But I would have loved to see more of Alan Rickman's Snape. He was such a good actor, and he was playing, you know, such a good character in that. But I feel like, especially in the early movies, he was kind of underutilized because they probably didn't know how important he'd be later on. I don't know, that kind of always disappointed me. I don't know where I'm supposed to go for these last few gems. But then, like, if you were to make another movie now, obviously you'd have to get another actor. And, well, I mean, everyone would be new actors now because of the fact that everyone's older. Now, obviously, some aren't around. Oh, we have to go up there. So, like, even if they were to make another movie now, would they find an actor as good as Alan Rickman to play Snape? Well, very highly unlikely. You could get someone that's still pretty good, I'm sure. But then, you know, would you enjoy him as much in the role? I mean, it'd be fun to see more of him, but then... I don't know. Oh, we need Sheila to do some of this too. I think it was up there before. How did I get up there exactly? Now I'm forgetting stuff. Hello there, T Masterson. How are things going with you? Oh, I was over here. Well, that's been going pretty well so far. Hopefully you're doing well. Oh, don't even talk about that. Yeah, no actor's truly dead now. Because they can artificially, insert them into the role with CGI. Which, isn't that something they kind of did with Star Wars too? With Carrie Fisher? I thought that was really, I didn't see the movie, but I heard they did that, I think. I thought that was pretty lame. It's like, yeah, I'm sure you want to have the character inside, especially since she was like the one character they left alive in that series from like the old movies. But it kind of feels weird to do that. I don't know. Like, I'm sure she must have had her family or estate agree to do that. I just still think it's really strange, and oh, here we go. I'd kind of rather them actually not do that in the future, but they probably will just do more of it. Because, hey, those old characters, there's a lot of money behind them. There's more up still? Oh, I wonder if I have to find more... No, because if we go to that area, it's Sheila, not Spyro. So I can't burn down trees over there. Which means I'm probably going to have to... find the trees over here. You're bad with names, so I don't know who it actually was. Oh, and Rogue One. Oh, was it Peter Cushing's character? I think it was. I think it was Peter Cushing, right? He was the guy who played the Admiral in the original Star Wars movies. I think I heard them do that too, yeah.
Look,
What are we doing here?
Chicken turned up. I hope.
I'm not sure what that means. Hop to Rapunzel. Oh. I guess that chicken's unrelated to everything else going on here. I can't figure out what that means. There's only one egg, and I think this is a Sheila egg. Where are we going? That's right, I'm trying to find the tree still. Yeah, he was like the admiral of the entire Imperial Navy. Or, you know, whatever you call the space fleet. Oh, hey, Team Mission, you got... Oh, so you are going through with that surgery next week? Alright, well, good luck with that, man. You have more time to play this? That's true. With your time off, you could enjoy Spyro with the kids, huh? That is pretty cool, at least. You got 50% in the first game, I see. I'm looking for a tree right now. I don't know if I missed one.
I can't believe your kind really exists.
It's just a normal thing in these games. You never know you're gonna meet a giant chicken. We didn't get it, right? No. I mean, maybe there is a tree behind that door. And you somehow get Spyro. Oh, here we go. There's a tree. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're finally done. So in this game, Spyro's kind of relaxing back at the dragon homeworld. And the dragons have recently had eggs, and there's a bunch of eggs lying around in the game world. Things are pretty peaceful. It turns out that Spyro brought his good friend, and I say that in quotation marks because I don't really care for his character, but he's brought his good friend Hunter back with him. But then all of a sudden, these dinosaurs pop out of the ground, and there's a rabbit who is leading them, and the rabbit instructs the dinosaurs to steal all the dragon eggs. But then, I think one of the dragons or the rabbit steps on Hunter's foot, and Hunter screams out in pain, and all the dinosaurs wake up and they try to chase them, but before they can stop them in time, they get away. And now Spyro and Hunter have come to this new world, and Sparks, of course, and they're trying to find all the eggs and free them. So it's kind of a lot like Spyro 1, except now we have baby dragons we're trying to free. Let's go to Cloud Spires, why don't we? And that's pretty much how it goes. And also the loading times are very quick in this game as well. So for whatever reason, Spyro 2 and 3 have very, very minor loading times. Spyro 1, for some reason, it takes a lot longer. There we are. Oh, and you also missed the skateboarding fun that we had a little while ago. And yes, it was a lot of fun.
Rhinox have shut down
Oh, he's a
our
good guy.
power
Whoops.
generator, and I may never see a rainbow again.
Aw, that's sad. Let's see if we can fix that problem. Who is that? Probably one of these guys are supposed to be helping. Yeah, oh Hunter, alright, by the way. He is... Oh, here we go. He's a weird fellow. What do you have to say?
Big and strong like yours, I could easily glide across here.
I didn't know it was an innocent kid. I thought it was an evil enemy creature. Well, clearly I was wrong. Alright, yes, we know how gliding works and everything. We don't even need to do a major glide to get over here. I think we should be able to knock this one over. Yeah. The enemies are still pretty simple. Even in... Whoa, sorry little guy. We didn't exactly need your health, but your sacrifice has been noted. Let's take this lift up. Alright, just going over here. So I forget, Team Master Sen, did you play this Spyro game? Or was this one that you missed out on back in the day? Oh. Nice of you to join us. Anyone else want some? There we are. Whoa. Oh, they had an egg. Let this egg go. You know, technically you're right, Team Masterson, there is a remake of Banjo-Kazooie. It was only released for the Xbox 360 though, so it's kind of outdated as far as HD remakes go. It's not like a bad remake, but it is kind of outdated by, you know, today's graphic standards. I think it's only like a 720p game at this point, which, I mean, it's infinitely better than the standard definition interlaced video that you had in like the N64. But still could be better, so I kind of wish they would remake Banjo-Kazooie for another console. Or, you know, preferably for the PC. Whoa, oh, I didn't know if this was going up or not.
Well, well, if it isn't my favorite dragon. The sorceress has put me in charge of guarding these bellows. However, I might look the other way if I was distracted. Counting gems.
I feel like there's a good chance we may see that happen more often. Considering the fact that they did this with Spyro and with Crash Bandicoot, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they do that more often from now on. There's definitely a market for it.
Oh, yes. Precious, precious gems.
I am curious how the sales were for this game. I hope it was pretty successful anyway.
Best of luck on your little egg hunt.
I'll be honest, I actually didn't know that this did come out for the PC until I found out that, you know, I had it on the Humble Bundle. I guess that can be one of the problems with, you know, Steam or whatever. They're not always, games aren't always marketed well.
Remember, to get your longest glide, press the jump button at the very top of your jump, and use the action button to hover at the end of your glide.
Of course. We don't even need to hover for this one. It's really weird. I don't know why, but for some reason this one level in particular looks very desaturated. Or not necessarily desaturated, but the colors look kind of washed out, if you know what I mean. Really, it's only been this one level though. It almost looks like what it looks like when you have a wrong color space conversion in like your video chain, if you're editing video. I'm sure most of you probably have no idea what that means.
Cloud generator working again.
Ah, I see. Your brother bought it, and then you got it for free, so that was handy, yeah. I think we both got from the same place, right? The Humble Bundle. Reached first place on the UK old format sales chart in the first week. While sold less than Pokemon Let's Go, it outsold both of its Pikachu and Eevee versions individually. Oh, that's good. Well, I'm glad to hear that it was pretty successful at least. At least in some countries. Alright, everyone. It's time to get happy.
To clog up the cloud generator.
Oh, they used an egg? Well, that's just mean. Ah, Henry. Henry Winkler, of course. I wonder if this is another skateboarding. I don't think they have them that quickly, though. So it's probably another bonus area. Let's go ahead and see what it is, because I am curious. Oh, this is something weird.
We can make a new one with our lava fusion cauldron and 3 sun seeds, but they
Lava
keep burning
fusion.
out before we can get them in the pot.
You know, they could have a bit more of a reaction to the sun going out, but yeah, okay, sure. Also, when we were outside, it looked like the sun was just fine. It was a bright and sunny day. Until we made clouds and it became rainy.
Step on the switch to get a fresh sun seed and keep
Maybe this took us to an
playing with
alternate
it until you
world.
get it
Who
into
knows?
the pot.
You know, this does kind of remind me, there was this one visual novel where oh, well, we'll get this guy later. I'm trying to get all the gems first. Where I forgot the exact story behind it, but it was supposed to be like the world had gone dark, like the sun had gone out or something. It's a really interesting concept, but I don't think it was ever really finished. I was kind of disappointed by that. It was like this never-ending darkness. It was always night. And there's supposed to be some reason for it, I assume. I think that's one done and out of the way. Let me get this. I can actually see my character. Number 9 best-selling game in the US. Yeah, that's probably not bad then. They were 30% higher than the launch month sales for all other Spyro games combined. Whoa. Alright, that's pretty good then. Yeah, then I definitely hope they do make more of this in the future. Oh. Right, we have to keep burning this guy until he gets over to where he needs to go. So each time he's going to get further and further, as you could probably guess. And obviously you don't want to fall down. Oh no, they're just going to the same place, apparently. I thought they'd go further and further each time, but... Well, I haven't played this game in a while, to be fair. Now, since I always do like bring him up, this is another game that I saw Mike play. He did Spyro 2 and 3. So he did play this game at one point. I think he tried to 100% it too. And I'm pretty sure he did it successfully. Whoa. Alright, they've run out a bit quicker, so what happens? It's kind of funny they put that in the way. I like how he freaks out. There we go. But yeah, that would be the last time I ever saw this game, was whenever he played this. Which is actually a few years back now, probably. As time does tend to fly.
That's what I call a sun. Here, you can have this last sun seed as
If
a
you say so.
souvenir. Think it might be a dud, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of people fond memories of this game. I remember knowing people in school who were huge fans of this game. Yeah, nothing else here. For some reason I thought it kind of takes you all around to other areas. Yeah, I'm not sure that's as big as the sun is, but if you want to call it a sun, by all means. Is there anything here I need to get? I guess not. Alright, let's get out of here then. I'll take that. Sorry, little duck creature, wherever you are. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it just kind of slipped my radar then. Well, I was aware that they were making a remake for it, but I thought it was just going to be like a PS4 thing. Oh, where are we? Another new area, I guess.
We usually wake up our rain cloud at the crack
Oh
of
boy,
dawn.
look at this, Reese.
These mischievous
The egg thieves are back.
stopping our bells from ringing.
Yeah, it is kind of funny that they did have the eggs in the first game as well, but they didn't really do much. You just kind of free them from the egg thieves, and that's about it. Oh no, the bells. Not the bells again. We all know that bells are very triggering for certain queens. Oh yeah, we'll kill it soon enough, don't you worry about that.
Do you want this doodad? It fell out of the belfry.
What mercy. I always love how, you know, people find certain things that absolutely contradict other things that you find out in, the series. And one of the things that they point out was, you know, there's a line, I think, in seasons, maybe it was season 2 or 3 of Game of Thrones, when, I think it's Davos Seaworth says, he's never known bells in all his life to signify, you know, surrender, or whatever. But then that's what they do in the final season of Game of Thrones. It's like, I guess they didn't even pay attention to their own script from earlier in the show. Oh well. As if that's even the biggest problem. Alright, these bells are kind of annoying now because they never go off. It was funny, I was playing Fallout last night, and there was this one room that we kind of explored in, and there was this alarm going off, and it would just not shut off no matter what. Whoa. I was trying to loot all the stuff from the room, but it just would not shut up. It was giving me a headache. There we go. I'm not sure where we're going now exactly. How many did we get? Glide to the island, and then a couple more gems. Is there any... Is this Icy Peak? No, it's Cloudy Spires, okay. When they're talking about the bells, he thought about John Connington? Oh yeah, that's the guy who's, he's in the books, right? I don't really know all the books. I kind of, like, have read summaries of what happens in them. I don't actually know everything about them, though. So I'm just aware that he's a character in them, but I don't know much about him. The one who was in love with Rhaegar. Okay.
The metal armor those enemies are wearing protects them from your dragon flame. If you hold down the
Yeah, we know how this works. To do with the whole young Griffin Aegon Targaryen plot? Okay. Yeah, I'm aware of that inside of the books. I don't know, I never actually read the books that have that in them, though. I only really read the first book in the series. And I actually do have a couple of the other ones, too. But I never actually read them all. Whoa, that was close. Oh, we have to go back down. I was trying to get to some high ground to look around. There could be stuff we're missing in other areas too, so I'm gonna try to look around over here first since I came all the way out here. Can we get up here? This takes us to the other world. Is there a way up there, I wonder? Oh. Well, kind of got screwed over there. Oh, there's stuff up here. Wait, let me see something. Can we come back down from here and then land there? No, once you're up here, you can't get back down. And you can't quickly get over there from here, okay. It was worth a shot, I guess. Technically, I don't have physical copies of the books. I have them on, whatever the Google one is, because I had it on my phone. I don't remember the name of the store they have, like the Google Books or something. I think it's something just simple like that. They're not very creative with their names. Yeah, the physical books are probably a little bit cooler to have, though. I don't think we came here, right? Yeah, this is new. Alright, now we're on the right track. Ah, a few more enemies to take care of. How nice of you. I don't know about the last egg. You can just jump over the fire. Oh. I didn't mean to do that, but it works too, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to have read them all, but the thing is now I kind of don't really have a desire to. If they ever all come out, then I'll read them. Well, and assuming that the reaction to them is good, I suppose too. I shouldn't speak too soon. Claire. I think that's it for the stage, right? Didn't look like there were any achievements to do here. Alright, let's split. So I've been trying to remember if this game's going to be harder than the other ones. I think there was someone that did say that really the Spyro games don't get difficult until the third game. And I really don't remember that being the fact so much. I actually remember the bosses being difficult in the second game a little bit. I kind of remembered once we were doing the fight with Gulp that he was a bit of a harder boss to beat. What's going on here? Uh-oh. What?
Look out, Hunter. It's the scary sorceress.
I've warned you already. This place isn't safe for small dragons and pussycats.
Huh? Thanks, but I think we can look after ourselves.
Try looking after this.
Oh. It's weird how they have the kind of playful demeanor with one another, considering she kidnapped all the eggs.
School, okay?
Say, is it just me, or is she kind of cute when she's angry?
Oh god. Yeah. Things are gonna get interesting with this later on. Yeah, Hunter's the worst, man. It's kind of funny that they had you walking through this wooded area before, but then they start you back up where that level was. Almost feels like you should actually pick up from here. Yep, Hunter may be crushing on her.
At last, my portal is working again. Come visit me at the Tiki Lodge.
But even Spyro didn't seem that bothered by it. He's just kind of like throwing jokes at her when he should be trying to chase her down and interrogate her to find out exactly what she's doing. What is weird about this game, though, is it's not really clear why all the eggs are scattered around. Now, in the original Spyro, the story is that Nasty Nork just kind of freezes all the dragons in place wherever they are, so they're kind of just scattered around the various worlds where they would be. Then in Spyro 2, they say that, oh, the fairies had to hide all the orbs from Ripto. But in this game, they steal all the eggs at first, and they seem to get away with it. But for some reason, you're finding all the eggs in various worlds, and they're just kind of hidden around. I don't know. Not that it's a big deal, but unlike the other games, they don't really have an explanation for it. 911. Or gem total. Actually, we could go back and do the Sheila level on the first stage now, because we have enough gems to set her free. Alright, we had to kill poor Pumbaa there, unfortunately. Alright, what do you have to say, dude?
Rampant around here, but I can't get anyone out of the Tiki Lodge long enough to do anything about it.
Alright, so I'll have to try to clear out the Tiki Lodge there. Rhinox are kind of cute, though. This one's Indiana Jones, of course. Got an excited man wooing in the background of the music as well. Aww. I thought there was an enemy, but it's just a little snail. Ah, he hit me. This dick here. Well, there's our first egg already. I have to check see if we have to get anything from here. Ricky. You know, another thing that's always bothered me, this just reminded me of this all of a sudden. But, on a completely unrelated note, I was always annoyed about how in Final Fantasy X they had Riku, and then in Final Fantasy, or not Final Fantasy, then in Kingdom Hearts they had another Riku, but it was a boy. The difference was 1K. It's like, come on. You guys really had to do that? You couldn't think of another name? You're that unoriginal? So this is the Molten Crater, and we have 2 in here. It's kind of weird how there's some levels where you have multiple ones, and then others you only have... Well, you would only have none in some of them, weirdly enough. Tiki heads and supercharging the wall. I'm not sure which wall, but I'm sure we'll figure it out as the game goes on.
Be sure to keep your friend Sparks the Dragonfly healthy, Spyro. If his health is low, torch a little creature like the slug below you to release a butterfly.
That just sounds so cruel. I guess they're slugs, not snails. No shell. Look at him, he looks so depressed. He doesn't want to get torched. It is kind of weird though, because snails don't really have teeth. At least I don't think they do. They're not visible teeth if they do have them. Alright, let's get this guy out of the way. Those we can just charge into, of course. It is kind of funny how they keep it consistent between Spyro games. It's always the same. These little guys can easily be killed by either one. Unless they're wearing armor, of course, in which case you kind of have to charge them. And the big guys you always just burn. I think there are some enemies where you have to do a little bit of a combo. I think that was the thing in the last game anyway, at least. I don't remember which enemy it was, but you had to kind of burn them first. Or I think you had to charge them, knock them off kilter, and then you burn them. I don't remember which enemy it was now. Oh, I almost missed this for some reason. I bet this key goes back to that thing at the beginning of the level. Oh, hey, what's up?
Take this egg. They were giving them away at the Tiki Lodge last night.
It is funny how you get to the end of the level so quickly, though. Aww. Poor sick little guy. It is weird also, another little thing I'm pointing out, how the creatures or NPCs of the level exit out through the exit. You think they'd want to stay here, considering this is where they live, I think? Another guy I have to free first. Sergeant Bird's currently on an important mission to the inside of a cage. Tough luck, the sorceress. Well, at least the sorceress had humor. Oh, is it right here?
Spyro, you're just in time. I saw 2 egg thieves run through this door. Well, actually, they paid me to guard their hideout, but that's irrelevant.
Oh, is that so?
They let you through the gate to chase them down for a small finder's fee.
Yeah, and he actually charges a fair bit for it too. May as well, though.
Spyro.
We should still have enough money to free the kangaroo leader. Right, let me just grab this. Yeah, I'll take care of some egg thieves. We know everyone loves a good egg thief.
Are you the dragon looking for all those eggs? Because I saw a shifty-looking character with one over there.
Whoa, alright. So there's supposed to be 2 of them here, actually. Let me get my gems first. Alright, where'd they go? Oh, supercharge. Wait, we don't have the supercharge yet? I wonder where it is. Well, I'll chase them down first and hopefully we get it. So there's some supercharged platforms you just run on, they supercharge you automatically. And then I guess there's others where you need the actual thing to run through first. I guess we have to find it. That's weird, there's nothing in there. That is bizarre. Can we break this? Nah. Probably need the supercharge for that. I wonder if the supercharge you have to learn first. Because I don't see an archway for it. Let me talk to this guy one more time.
dragon looking for all those...
Oops. Yeah, weird. Yeah, there's no way we could catch them on this thing. Huh. Maybe I'll just have to come back to this later, because I'm not sure where you go to actually start doing the supercharge. I'll look it up really quick, just because I'm curious. Oh, you're not supposed to use a supercharge for the first one. I guess you can catch up to it normally, and then activates later. Alright, let's just do this then. Yeah, he's not that far ahead of us. We should be able to catch him eventually. I wasn't sure. Nope. He does actually stay a bit ahead of you, but we should catch him eventually, I think. There we go. And now it should start up, I think. That is a bit confusing.
Hey, there goes another one. He was really fast. Maybe if I activate the supercharge, you'll be able to catch him.
I mean, you could have just done that in the first place, and we made it even easier the first time around, but sure, dude. Alright, so yeah, this guy is fast. Well, we just have to make sure we can control this. Oh god. Famous last words. It does get harder to control as you go faster and faster. Oh, there we go. Nice. Kermit! Not quite the frog, but that'll do. Now, I wonder if we were supposed to keep that open until we, or I mean, we're supposed to keep that wall unopened, because there's one they have to jump through. It says supercharge the wall, right? So maybe we weren't supposed to destroy that one wall. Where is it now? Wow, we didn't get all these? What the hell? I guess I wasn't that thorough after all. Yeah, this. We probably weren't supposed to open this until we got the supercharge, I guess. Oh well. Yeah, I wonder if I leave and come back, though. I'll be back. Let me just try that out real quick. Right, so which way was that? This one, right? Yeah. No, it's not this one. There, where was that wall? Was it this way? No, I've lost track of it. What the hell? Oh no, it's still open. Unless there's a different wall I'm supposed to supercharge into. Let me check that out. I might mess this up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they wanted you to supercharge Oh wait, maybe it is a different one. Let's see where, I just want to see where this guy goes. Yeah, he did destroy that wall. You might have to come back here later, and maybe once I leave the level, we could redo this. Because we weren't supposed to burn it down, we were supposed to supercharge it.
Those guys ought to...
Yeah, they should be. That is kind of weird they let you just burn down the wall, when you would think, if anything, it'd be unbreakable using the fire. Oh, hey there, T-Master 10. That's fine. Kinda got sucked into your phone, huh? That happens to all of us. Well, what else do I have to do here? Replace the idle heads. There's an unknown one, probably involving the bird. And of course the gems. And there was another challenge, wasn't there? The tiki heads. Let me look this way. Yeah, I end up getting a bit lost trying to figure out a way to do a certain challenge, of course. It looks like we might have to come back to this level later on. There's flowers we can destroy, but there's no real reason to do so. There's no challenge for it on this level, anyway. This area kind of reminds me of that level in Orphan, towards the end of Zeus's storyline, when you're going to the volcano. Random Orphan reference, of course. Ah, there's something this way. Well, we have the key for this now. A key move. What the hell? It's a weird achievement name, but okay. I'll take it. This all kind of goes around the same area, doesn't it? I'm not exactly sure how you find the other egg. I know there's one that's probably with the bird. There's some stuff down here. Oh. Well, that's gonna be a problem. I don't know if we're gonna get killed here. Well, I guess I'll have to take out the poor slug. Sorry, dude. What was that? It makes a little squawking sound like a bird almost. That's weird. Yeah, I'm not seeing what else to do at this level. That's weird. Maybe there's two things by the bird. Well, I guess I could just come back here later. Alright, see you later, dudes. I need to return here anyway at some point to do the bird level, so it doesn't really matter if I leave here now. There are more levels to take care of anyway. I should really go to Hunter first, because we might use the kangaroo for different stages that we'd have to come back to if we don't get them now. Or get her now, anyway. Now where was it? Back this way? There he is. Alright, Moneybags, let her out.
It's a fortune to keep Sheila the kangaroo locked up.
Oh, are you?
This pesky animal must have been causing a lot of trouble for that poor sorceress. I suppose I could accidentally let the kangaroo escape, if you were to pay me, say, a small fee.
Yeah, why would you do that if you're getting paid a fortune to keep her in?
Ah,
Sounds
Spyro,
suspicious.
I love your
Money's in the bag.
naivete. Your kind-hearted nature might be your downfall someday, but for the time being, it's making me rich.
What a jerk.
I I hope you appreciate this favor I'm doing in letting you out.
That's good of you, mate. No hard feelings, eh?
Right. After all, I'm just doing my job.
Yeah.
Yeah, the funny thing about kangaroos, I think they're supposed to have some nasty claws in them that they can disembowel you with if they
You dragons used to rule this
tear into you with
entire
their
world, you know?
legs like that.
All of a sudden, you left. Poof.
Dragons used to live here?
Didn't you know? They say it was over 1,000 years ago, I think.
And they just left?
Yeah. And the weird thing is, after they left, all the magic in the world just sort of went with them. I mean, they say this world used to have magic coming out of the wazoo. Flying ships, singing forests, wishing stones, you name it. But when the dragons left, it all just dried up.
Is that why some of the portals don't work?
Yeah, they're starting to fade out too, one by one. Well, I gotta get back home and do some damage control. Come visit anytime you like.
That is kind of weird how the magic is tied in with the dragons in this game. So remember, they didn't really have dragons in Spyro 2. Then again, I guess all this stuff is based on the magic orbs, so they were powering things up in that world? Maybe it does make sense in a way then.
Thanks again, Spyro. Now I have to find out what that nasty sorceress has done to my home while I was locked up.
Probably nothing good. Why are we living in an icy world? I guess she's not.
While you were gone, a bunch of Rhinox kicked us out of our houses. It's okay though. Bobby, Pete, and I are working on a clever plan to take them back.
Well, I'm kind of scared to see the so-called clever plan. So yeah, now you get to play as other characters in these games. And as you can see, they have unique abilities. We got a super mega jump. And a kick. We could kick him.
Follow Bobby and Pete up there using your air hop. It's easy. Just press the jump button again at the top of your jump.
Ah, there we go. So we got a double jump too. I think that's separate, so you can't do another jump after you do a mega jump like that. Which is definitely a good thing to be aware of. Just gonna stomp. I think he's just gonna tell us to use this move, most likely. So I'll just go ahead and do it. Here we go. Alright, let's wreak havoc with all these guys now. Wah, take that. Attack the poor little bird. I don't know what kind of bird that is. I guess it's kind of like a dodo. It's not actually a flying bird.
Ah, home at last. Here, I was saving this to make an omelet, but I think you deserve it more.
Don't make an omelet with the egg. It's a dragon that's practically hatched inside. Yeah, another reason why it'd be good to collect those eggs as soon as possible. You never know what crazy guy's gonna try to eat them. No, what is in here? This looks like a, no, I guess not. That's just a door. I thought that was a teleportation door. There's nothing up here. Oh, there's something over here, though. Oh, there we go. Now I'll take all this. What's going on here, guys?
Last time we tried to get past this moose, he knocked Billy clean through a wall.
A moose?
If you don't mind, we'll just hang out here while you give him a good kicking.
Yeah, of course. It's all up to me again. What about you?
Last time we tried to get past this moose, he knocked Billy clean through a wall. If you don't mind, we'll just hang out here while you give him a good kicking.
I don't know if you can go in the water with her. I guess you can. I don't think there's much you could do in it, though. Alright, let's see how this goes. So he's kind of a pushover. The way they're building up, I thought it was going to be a challenge. Oh yeah, Team Master Sen. We got turned into a kangaroo because... Well, we didn't get turned into a kangaroo, but Spyro let a kangaroo out of a cage that Moneybag was holding hostage. And now we can play as her instead, so she gets a whole new moveset. I was kind of showing them off a little bit earlier. But yeah, she's got a mega jump she could do, a double jump. And she kicks instead. Come here, Moose. Uh-oh. I was playing around too much. So there's actually, I think, 3 characters you get in this game, in addition to Spyro, that you play as at some point or another. I think they each have a couple of stages that you could play on. And there's a few areas in each stage that you can go to as well with them. But it's not like you can take them to every stage, it's just a couple of designated areas where they are playable. There we go.
Hey Sheila, let's play a joke.
So I guess each one just gives you an egg.
House, okay?
Or how about we don't?
For the last time he butted me off the cliff.
Jenny. That doesn't look like a Jenny, but okay. Expecting more Jenny on the block, but yeah, sure. Whoa. Out of here. The kangaroo is pretty fun to play as. Try to remember the other characters. I feel like there's one of them I don't really care that much for later on. But I don't remember which. We'll have to see.
I'll confuse the Rhinox with taunts while you stomp their huts, okay?
I'll try.
Remember how to stomp, don't you? Just jump, then
Stomp.
press the action button in the air.
Alright, these will just kill as normal, it seems. There we go. So it doesn't really seem to pay off to kill them at all. Which you could try to figure out from his conversation, of course, but I want to see if it would do anything different. Let's get all these gems while we're at it, so we don't have to come back to it later. Alright, boy, let's go. Or kid, I should say.
If you ever forget how to control a character or vehicle, just go to the pause menu and select controls.
Well, that is nice.
Thanks for the help, Sheila. Ooh, you can have this egg I found in my house.
Old man. Well, not so old, I guess. I think that's all of them. Yeah, just 3 in here. There are the full amount of gems, though. Yeah, 400. Just want to double check after I said it. Oh. Oh yeah, and she can just kick the rocks wide open without even having to smash them with her butt. Kind of makes it a little bit easier, I guess. Whoa. Now let's see, there should be some more gems. Now you can use Sparks as usual. He's available to the alternate characters as well. Which doesn't mean poor Spyro is alone right now, just hanging out by himself. Oh, there's an area up there, okay. Well, this is pretty straightforward. It's not a whole lot you have to do as the kangaroo. It is pretty fun to do it for a little bit, though. I think that is probably a good thing that they didn't do too much with it. Because it probably would get boring after a while. Sounds like I'm losing my voice. Let me take a sip. Ah, there we go. Is that it? Yeah, 400 out of 400. Stomping target practice. Sheila's Alp. Nope. I don't think there's any skill points for this level either. Alright, looks good. Where was the door out of here? Ah, right here behind me. Damn it. Making me look like a fool here. Alright. I'm actually starting to get a bit sleepy. A bit earlier than usual today. Should probably try to finish off the stuff on this level since there is a Sheila area. I'll try to do it now, I guess. And yeah, they do tend to come back when you come to a new level or redo an old level. Luckily, they don't really do much to these enemies for the most part. So where was the lift up? Oh, it's that way. Okay. Oh, hold on a second. Going the wrong way. Here we go. And into the Sheila area.
Spyro, there are Rhinox everywhere. Maybe I can find some peace and quiet at the top of this tower.
Maybe. Or we could find more trouble and take care of them.
Alas, I have lost my love. She's being guarded by evil Rhinox at the top of yonder tower.
Well, it's not dramatic at all. And yeah, these guys are pretty much as easy to kill as the last ones. Right, let me get those gems I missed real quick. Whoa. Now these do count for the regular level too. So if you want to collect all the gems, yes, you do need to get these. We are. Whoop. Some camera angle woes. Is there anything else out here? No, I guess not. Bye-bye. So then I know why you needed to come here with her, and her alone. Ah, here we go. There's more stuff over there too. How tall is this tower? Alright. I'm trying to remember if there's an achievement here to get with her.
Marco sent you here. I've got a restraining order against him.
Oh, that's funny. Not quite your typical hero story. Just gotta love the little bit of humor they had. That they don't need to go over the board, but they just add the littlest things that make it funny.
If you see Marco, please tell him I've moved out.
I wonder if you can say something back to him. So there's more than just this, it seems. I'm glad you like that part Team Master said. Alright, I guess we're going back down to get the rest of these gems. So I'll make sure I'm not missing anything. It's kind of annoying to have to find your way back up. There's something over there. There we go. More down below. Whoop. And we fall right off. Well, they're right here anyway, so I guess that's a good place to land. Whoa. Ah, almost there. That's where Marco is too. Let's come over here to see what he says. And to get this gem too, of course. This doesn't really say anything. Ah, that's a shame. I kind of was hoping there'd be a little bit more dialogue to that. Well, I think it's still in this area. This evening went a lot quicker than expected. Yeah, the evenings do go pretty quickly. I have to say, I was surprised looking at the time before that it was almost midnight already. Is that it? It is funny though, because I am actually feeling a little bit more tired than usual at this time. Not sure what that is. It's not like I didn't sleep well or anything. Yep, that's it. So I could probably leave here and that's fine. I think I'm probably gonna end the stream here as well. Sometimes I go a bit little past midnight, but not really feeling it today. That's how you're feeling yesterday? Yeah. There's some days that are just like that, I guess, huh? Alright, so let's get out here at Spyro. Let me look at this first before I exit the game though. I want to take a quick look at the guidebook. So 13% done. Wow. That's not a whole bunch, but I guess we didn't really play that long today anyway. So that kind of makes sense. So I do have to go back to, I think it was Cloud Spires to get that skill point? No, it was Molten Crater. Okay, yeah. We'll have to go back there later on for the bird anyway. But whenever we pick this up again, we will be checking out the rest of the levels as well. Maybe I'll skip Molten Crater until later before I could do the, whatever it was, bashing into the wall now. But the thing is, I might as well just wait till I get the new character to go there anyway. Ah, Team Master Sen says, I'm 14% of the way in the second world of Spyro 2. I'm wondering where everything else is because I've unlocked a lot of stuff. Which one is the second world? Oh, you mean in the hub, okay. I'm not really sure. I'm trying to remember the second world of Spyro 2. It is kind of big, if I remember correctly. Like, it is a bit of a maze. So you kind of have to like wander around a lot. Some of the levels I think you have to fly to. I think there's some on platforms that you kind of have to like leave the main area to go to later on. Yeah, there's a big wall you walk around and a bunch of stuff. I think there's at some point we can get onto the top of it. And then you can like jump off and fly to other areas. If I'm remembering correctly anyway. I could be mixing it with one of the other worlds though. But yeah, if I remember correctly, it was a bit of a maze and it was a pain to find certain levels. Well, you can probably also go back to my videos and see how I found them, if you have trouble finding it later. Yeah, there's an orb that's really far away. Yeah, I think it's that one then. Yeah, because there is a platform you have to fly to later on that's all the way out. So I have to get onto like the roof or whatever to do that. But anyway, I'm going to leave things off for the night here, as I said before. So I'll switch on the little screen here. Let me see if I can figure it out. I have to do it on both YouTube and Twitch, so it always takes me a while to figure out. There we go. So as always, guys, thank you very much for watching this stream and keeping me company. It's very much appreciated. Also, shouts to Team Master Sen and Seraph Creed for their YouTube memberships. Thank you to our Sorceress Stabbers out there. And yeah, Spyro's tired too. I hear him yawning. So we will resume next time, which will probably be on, I guess Thursday? Yeah, because I'll probably do some more Fallout or whatever tomorrow. And then we'll see what we can do in terms of this game. Because I think there's probably another 3 or 4 worlds to complete. So hopefully we can do the first one. We'll see. Anyway, until next time, have a good night, everyone.